Quick little video on Cashmere. As you saw, we got all the suspension tore out of it. Getting ready to put the new stuff on. So to catch up what you just saw, we got the front stock modified race stuff off, and then the new front tubes are going to go on. We got them tore apart because I wanted to inspect them, clean them. They're super dirty, but I want to clean them and inspect them so we know what we have. And then you know, it's easier and lighter to lift this up and down while we're fitting it here. Slight modifications have to be made for this to work. This is going to have a steering rack here, and I need to notch this to make room for that, and then notch under here for the lower torsion plate or torsion rod adjuster screw. It interferes right there. So slight modifications. The biggest concern though is the grease Zerk fittings that go here. They grease the bushings right there, and they're kind of long. They go all the way in here, and these Zerk holes right here line up exactly where these are, and I really don't want to notch these to make room or do anything like that. So I'm thinking I'll probably cap these off or weld them and then drill a new hole. As long as I have grease at both ends of the bushing, I would think we're okay. And if I just move it over just a little bit, far enough to get away from the bracket, but not so far that I'm not greasing that bushing, we should be okay. Maybe I'll move it in a little. So I gotta check on that and see. I don't want to weld this directly to this. I really don't want to do that. If we need to change these out or something, I don't want to have to cut them. And honestly, I don't even know if the rules allow that. I don't know. It may not be a thing, but I don't know. And then once we get that on there, we can get the geometry and the design of the new shock towers, because this front suspension requires a taller shock rather than what we had over there. So all that geometry needs to be figured out. So that's what's happening up front. In the rear, same thing. We got these all tore apart, putting the new arms on, the new torsion bars, and then along with that, we need to cut out the spline center section here to put in the King Kong adjustable center spline section. That's where the torsion bars go in and they lock into their splines. In factory condition like it is now, they're fixed, but that allows us to adjust the torsion tension and ride height and stiffness of the suspension. So we want to put that in there. Another issue that we ran into is our CV joints here. Previous owner stripped these all out. These are Allens, and they're stripped the hell out so bad, and they got Loctite on them, so they're tight. So I got to figure that out. I got to get those off so I can change out the CV joints. But anyway, that's where we're at. We got this thing tore apart. We got the inside stripped out, and we're gonna clean it because we screwed up and didn't clean it before we parked it. I got some modifications to make to the fill tube on the fuel cell because it's leaking a little bit. I want to fix that. Other than that, that's it. It's not really hard, difficult job. It's pretty easy. It's just a lot of little parts, and yeah, and we want to clean everything and get it prepped. But so that's where that's at. And then on the truck, probably what you saw last time, we got the front bumper done. Working on, I guess you'd say headlight bezel mounts, kind of where the headlights are going to go. So I'm going to put a couple of LEDs up here, little headlights, and then we're going to mount the light bars in there. And then coming off of this, we're going to have two bumper bars that will be removable and replaceable. So those will come out, and they'll stick out this far. So, and all the headlights and stuff will be tucked in safe and sound up inside. Still waiting on brake rotors so I can get the caliper mounts made. And then what else? Steering. The steering servo came for the rack, so we'll get it mounted. I think it's going to go up in here somewhere. There's the steering knuckle. You can see that off the column, and I'll put the servo down in here somewhere so it's close to the filter and the reservoir and the cooler. Mount the cooler up front so it gets lots of air. So yeah, it's a bunch, it's all that little stuff, all that little detail stuff. Yeah, and then we'll start working on the sheet metal, getting the sheet metal fabbed up on the outside. And yeah, then real close. We're real close to disassembly and getting ready for paint and powder coat and all that jazz. So by the time you see this, it's going to be 2026. And Happy New Year. And yeah, let's make it a good one, huh? We've got a lot of exciting things coming this year. Not only will we have this truck going and Cashmere going, but hopefully a second truck towards the end of the year, I'm hoping. No pressure on Henry, he's doing it all himself, so I know what that's like. But we got lots of big things coming this year, and it's gonna be it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really exciting. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and yeah, thanks for 2025, you guys. Awesome. I'll see you on the next one.